I'm scared to stay, but I'm more afraid to leave. Millions of women think this every day. Nearly 1 in 4 women in the United States are victims of domestic violence. Nearly 3 in 4 American people know people that are victims of domestic violence. Hi, my name is Eliska Hamilton, and today I'm going to inform you on the dangers of domestic abuse. I'm a champion for domestic violence because I am also a victim of domestic violence. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. People who are unfamiliar with these type of relationships are blessed. Not only are they blessed, they tend to judge and say, why don't you just leave? He's not holding you hostage. Sadly, it's not that easy. Most victims want to leave, but they're fearful of what will happen. I don't have a visual aid today, but this scar on my neck, that's what happened when I tried to leave my husband the first time. He tried to kill me with a knife out of our kitchen. Kill me. Take my life away. The highest price anyone could pay. That's why I was afraid to leave. I stayed there for 2 years. I was in denial most of the time. The first thing I had to do was to acknowledge that yes, I am in an abusive relationship. My husband intimidated, isolated, and dominated me. I was cut off virtually from the outside world. We would go to family functions, and that was it. I went to work, and that was it. When the black eyes came, I wore glasses, I wore scarves, I wore excessive makeup to try to hide those attacks, just as most victims do. So if you know someone who's doing that, ask them if everything's okay. They may say, yeah, everything's fine. And they may continue to say that. Keep asking because one day they're going to say, no, everything's not fine. And I'm glad that you keep asking because that lets me know that I have at least someone who cares. Once they talk to you, be supportive, listen, don't judge them. Judging is the worst thing. That's what they're afraid of, judgment. Be there. And no matter what they decide, once they tell you everything that's going on, support them. Support them if they remain in a relationship. Support them if they're not in a relationship. They want trust. They need trust. And if you are a victim, whenever it turns violent, do something that I never did, never once did, until it was almost too late. I never called 911. Never. I would ice black eyes. I would put makeup on it. I never called 911 until I was until I almost died. I didn't call 911. Someone else did when I was laying unconscious and full of blood. Call 911. I promise you, the abuser does not want to go to jail. They don't want to go to jail. Call 911, prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. If you're able to survive like I did, seek shelter. Get out of this situation. Remove yourself from that situation. There are shelters all over the United States. If you can't find a shelter, if you don't feel comfortable in a shelter, find a family or friend. Ask them, can you stay with them just until you get back on your feet? And the most important thing that you can do if you're a victim, once you've escaped that relationship, seek help, go to counseling, forgive yourself, learn from it. That's the best thing that you can do. Try not to fall into that pattern. If you know someone that's in an abusive relationship, reach out to them. If you are a victim of domestic abuse, speak up in the silence before it's too late. I hope that my speech helps someone. I hope that they won't end up like I almost did. Domestic abuse does not just hurt women, men are victims, and children, heaven forbid that they witness that they are victims too. Physical abuse hurts, scars fade, but emotional abuse never goes away. Do yourself a favor. Do your children a favor. Do your family a favor. Know that you are worth living and no one can devalue you. If you are in an abusive relationship, call 911. They will come. Seek a protective order. Keep that protective order in place. Don't let them say, oh, it won't happen again, because it happened once. And if they don't get help, it will happen again. I've been there. Trust me. Have value in yourself. You're worth living if you are a victim. If you know someone who's a victim, support them and let them know that they're worth living. Be their voice, because they may have lost it. They may need someone to speak up for them. End the silence on domestic violence.